Edjumacation, Edjumacation, Part 2, copyrights 2020 by Vinson Ballard, is a part of the divine universal energy. Said, and what if before light there is darkness, blackness, exactness, and they are divinely the same, higher spiritual, higher science, and higher literature, ancient universality, and is there difference from your gene mutation, annihilation, persuasion, misleading persistence, our continuance, resistance, and what really is a family member, a neighbor, what you put on the table, is wood and fable from a natural tree and not as a mere label. The divine dirt, the ground, the air, the moisture, its poster beyond a selfish rooster, not a mere roster or booster, sometimes brought to the surface, its purpose. Are you or I worse off, and how is this in those lines? Not just ... and wasting time, and some misguided victims, orientated victims, vulnerable family to family victims, a tortured neighborhood without resources to a community model victim, like the awesome Greenwood district in Tulsa as a victim, while awareness is not mentioned about the Haitian unfinished victorious run or trot, T-R-O-T, with what some false stated was not. This is not spoken about in a spot. A little dot can lead to two dots standing together in peace, walking together, redistributing resources together, voting together, resisting together, resurrecting together. But can one tap into the universal energy of using the spot of two or more before getting to a false door, a real door, a universal door, a divine mission door, and is the Edjumacation, Edjumacation, and not just education, Education, considered as mainstream, a main dream education, main not tapped into the universal one sensation, out of the box like Edjumacation, E as in essential, D as in dynamic, J as in joining, U as in unique, M as in meaningful, A as in actions, C as in concerning, A as in anticipating, T as in thee, I as in influence, O as in of, N as in needs. Yes, their acronym for Edjumacation, Edjumacation, or summarizing it more would be the energy, connected participation through nature, open parenthesis, divinity, close parenthesis, universally, or simply taking one who is not or may be open-minded to a point of reality involvement, not to dissolve from foolishness and what has been falsely sent, rented, allowed to be stolen in our small, who is tall and on the ball, minds as the elder has tapped in our universal divinity and taught and shared with us from above that we involved another whole culture to respond to our geopolitical location and the suppression that is different from the cultural ethnicity that we brought with us individually and collectively, and not rejectively, but universally, protectively. Therefore, it could be about being a part of transforming our environment to allow our people who are still at the forefront, because we are still able to strive there from vibrations as with peanuts of nature, where the universal one reveals through what was brought to the surface, like in the combat sciences, through a brother from another with others, before the cameras and movies, puppets, up to this day, more than the awesome great hopes of the mainstream put on jokes, jamming us up until we choke in our minds. If we allow ourselves to choke, keep choking in our minds, and don't progress and hope. Therefore, tapping into the universal energy of edumacation, Edjumacation, and not just education, Education, we cannot continue disrespecting our big mamas and big daddies from long ago. They didn't choke or just joke only, as before the term African surfaced around the 1400s, to the geographical location of our ancestors in the area known as Algeria and or Tunisia. And our people were so noted by the Romans as their ethnic name as Afria in Afriland, and the Roman word for land is Ka, Ka or Ka, Ca, where the blacks lived in what would be considered as later North Africa, called the Moorish. Could this nation, this wavelength, this frequency of universal energy surfacing as edumacation, Edjumacation, be connected to the reality, involvement of the now and your or my divinity not being obstructed, misconstructed, or falsely erupted? And what about the now? What's known and not gone? If you and I vote here, work here, live here, pay taxes here, is real here, then we are American, racially African, ethnically African American, geopolitically American. The place we have made it an ace, beyond a trace, with African tastes. Native black pace, a right now taste, and we can still make it taste. And it is all in the face, in your energy, in the spot, in your dot, to another dot to alive. And your edumacation or reality involvement is now. Copyrights 2020 by Vinson Ballard.